Welcome to our channel. Today, we will delve into the fascinating topic of the advent of the Portuguese in India. Exploring this significant historical event, we will take a closer look at the Portuguese explorations, their arrival in India, and the impact they had on the region. In the late 15th century, Portugal emerged as a prominent maritime power with the advent of the Age of Discovery. Led by explorers like Vasco da Gama, the Portuguese sought to find a direct sea route to India, bypassing the monopolistic Muslim-controlled land routes. Their ambition was fueled by the prospects of lucrative trade, including the highly sought-after spices of the East. On May 20, 1498, Vasco da Gama reached the shores of Calicut on the southwestern coast of India. This marked the beginning of Portuguese interactions with the Indian subcontinent. The Portuguese encountered a complex socio-political landscape in India. Numerous small kingdoms and empires were engaged in intense trade rivalries, making the region both alluring and challenging for the newcomers. The Portuguese quickly established trading posts and forts along the Indian coastline, creating a network of strategic bases. These included locations such as Goa, Daman, Dio, and Bombay. Over time, they gained control over crucial maritime trade routes, significantly influencing the dynamics of regional commerce. One of the most prominent Portuguese figures in India was Alfonso de Albuquerque. His military expeditions and diplomatic skills helped the Portuguese expand their presence and establish dominance. Albuquerque's conquest of Goa in 1510 was a turning point, as it became the Portuguese capital in India for over 4 centuries. Portuguese control over trade routes had a profound impact on India. They introduced new agricultural practices, such as the cultivation of cash crops like tobacco, and introduced new food items like chili peppers, potatoes, and tomatoes, which later became integral to Indian cuisine. Furthermore, the Portuguese brought with them their language, religion, and cultural practices. They built churches and established Christian missions, leading to the spread of Christianity in certain regions of India. Additionally, the Portuguese had a significant influence on Indian art and architecture, blending European and local styles. The Portuguese were primarily driven by economic interests, and their control over trade had its consequences. They established monopolies, imposed high taxes, and disrupted traditional trade networks. This led to discontent among Indian merchants and rulers, fueling tensions and resistance against Portuguese rule. As time passed, other European powers, such as the Dutch, the French, and the British, began challenging Portuguese dominance in India. The Portuguese gradually lost control over their territories, and by the mid-20th century, they had ceded their remaining holdings to the newly independent Indian government. The advent of the Portuguese in India marked a significant chapter in the history of both nations. It brought about cultural exchanges, introduced new agricultural practices, and transformed the dynamics of regional trade. While their influence declined over time, the Portuguese legacy can still be observed in the architecture, cuisine, and religious practices of certain regions in India. We hope you enjoyed this factual exploration of the advent of the Portuguese in India. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more engaging historical content. Thank you for watching.